Welcome to Science Easy Tech channel, Nursing Made Easy. In this video, we are going to discuss about communication of research findings in Nursing Research and Statistics Unit 8. So already we have discussed about utilization of research findings in my previous video. If you have not watched it, I have given the link in description box. Please go and watch it. Before moving on to the topic, if you are new to Science Easy Tech channel, just take a moment to subscribe our channel and also to press the notification bell icon in order to get connected with our latest updates. Let's move on to the topic. See, if we are doing a research, unless and until it is communicated, no one will know that whether we have done a research. So we have to communicate our research findings to the public. Then it will be add on to the theory of knowledge, that is body of knowledge, and you will be having a sound theoretical knowledge with a sound evidence-based practice. So communication of research findings is the last important formal step in the research process. The goal of research is to generate sound knowledge and disseminate its findings. What is the motto here is for evidence-based practice. Ways of communication of research findings. So you have two ways, that is oral and written form of communication. So in oral and written form, oral is nothing but your oral presentation, whereas written form is a report writing, or it can be paper presentation or presentation in journals. So that and all comes under written. So methods of communication of research findings. So presentation by nurses in conferences, workshops, in-service education programs, research committee and journal club meetings, video and audio tape conferences as well as meetings, clinical conferences and workshops. So here and all, the nurse can communicate her research findings. Moving on to written reports. So research publications, where and all you can publish your research in books, in journals, in conferences, in workshops, in meetings, in newsletters, and thesis and dissertation, what you are doing and what you are submitting to the university for the partial fulfillment of your scholarship program, that is your degree program. Next is internet. So research publications are from book, journals, conferences, workshop, meetings, newsletters, thesis and dissertation, and internet, and so on. Healthcare providers. So the presentation can be in the form of professional conferences or workshops, interdisciplinary team meetings, that is meeting within the group. Okay. Then written reports. So here research publications in professional journals as well as books and interdisciplinary newsletters. Next, policy makers. So presentation on health problems to state and federal bodies, as well as written report, research products developed for legislatures, and research reports published for funding agencies. For example, INC is funding for MSc research and PhD research and all like that, Indian Nursing Council. Similarly, many organizations are WHO is funding for many research projects like that and all. Okay, so electronic database, that is World Health Organization, Government of India and all has given electronic database research reports. Next, Agency for Healthcare Policy and Research for sets certain clinical practice guidelines. Next is healthcare consumers presentations. Here television and radios, presentations through TV and radio, community meetings, and patient and family teaching. Whereas in written reports, again it is newspaper, news and popular magazines, and electronic databases. Next, preparing a research report. So while you are preparing a research report, it is written or oral summary of a study. If you are writing it, it's written report, or if you are presenting it orally, it is oral report. So research report contains 4 sections, that is introduction, methods, results, and discussion. So how to write a thesis or dissertation, already I have posted a video. If you have not watched it, I will be giving the link in description box. Now we will be seeing what are some of the things what we will be including in the research report. So in introduction, so research problem, significance of the problem, background, need for the study, the context in which the problem is selected for the study, you have to write in introduction chapter. Then method section, detailed description of research methodology, what you have used it. Then result section, statistical analysis, that is tables, graph, presentation, organization of data, and what statistics you have applied and what are all the findings. So this will be strengthened with the application of tables and graphs. Next, discussion section. In discussion section, the main findings and interpretation of the findings and inferences, evidence to support your findings. Some literature you will be relating in order to support your findings, comparison of results, conclusion, implication, recommendations and limitations and all you will be including in the discussion session. Next, how to prepare an abstract. Already I have told an abstract is a miniature of the main study. So it is the summary of a study that the researcher wishes to present at a conference. Abstraction should contain purpose, research question or hypothesis, research design, methodology, main findings and conclusion. You should not write elaborately, you should write very briefly. That is the study what you have done for 60 to 80 pages or 100 pages and all. Within 2 to 3 pages you will be writing an abstract. So it is nothing but a miniature of the main study, or it is a summary of the main study. So the abstract should contain purpose, research question or hypothesis, design, methodology, main findings and conclusion with limited words. Next we will see oral presentation or paper presentation. Why it is called as paper presentation means because we are writing the content in paper and we are presenting it orally. That's why it is called as paper presentation. So oral presentation, either the author or sometimes 2 or more members will be doing the research. So the co-author can also present the paper. So paper gets published in conference proceedings. You can publish the paper in conference proceedings. So the time will be allotted for you to present the paper will be from 15 to 30 minutes and you have to present the study within that particular period, 15 to 30 minutes. Then here the research process is present chronologically. Here you will not detailedly explain about review of literature and all. So here you will be explaining more about the findings of the research study. Then at the end of the conferences they will be giving feedback form or evaluation form. So you have to rate the presentation or any suggestions you can give in that presentation. Next, poster presentation for research. The poster should contain problem statement, hypothesis, sample distribution, research methodology, what are all the methods used, and the findings. And the findings also can be represented better by graphs, tables and diagrams. And finally, you should end with conclusion. Next, publishing in journal articles. So most of the research studies you will be presenting in conferences, and if it is written means you have to publish in journal articles. So you can publish in professional journals or traditional journals, and also you can publish in online journals. So while you are publishing, maintain the ethical integrity. Already we have discussed about ethics. So what are all the ethical considerations you have to keep in mind when you are going to do a research study. And accurate information you should give. So authenticated, accurate and trustworthy information to be provided in for the readers when they are reading your journal article. Next, journal article, what and all you have to include: introduction, review of literature, methods, findings and discussion of the study. And writing and the style as well as format will be varying from journal to journal. So which journal you are going to publish. For example, if you are going to put in TNA manual, then you have to use that journal abstract, what format they are following up. Okay, if you are going to publish in some foreign journals, so you have to follow that particular format of that journal. Or sometimes if you are going to publish in Nightingale Nursing Times, so how they are previously, you see how the previous authors have presented the abstracts. So based on that you also can prepare it, and you can send the manuscript for the journal in order to weave it and publish it. So types of journals, you have 2 types of journals: referred journals or non-referred journals. In referred journals, the subject experts will be evaluating the manuscript. Okay, here it is peer review. In non-referred journals, they will not send the manuscript to others, okay, other experts. They themselves will be having the journal itself having its own editorial staff members. The editorial staff members will be itself doing the evaluation of the manuscript. So there are 2 types. One is referred journals, one is non-referred journals. In non-referred journals, the editorial board itself will be evaluating the thing, whereas in referred journals, the experts, they will be sending it to the experts and they will be asking their opinion about for evaluating the manuscript. Next, methods of review of manuscript. You have open review and blind review. In open review, who has written, the author the author suggestions and all they will be giving. So based on the author's point of view they will be evaluating, but in blind review the author comments, suggestions and all they will not be letting it out. So the author's identity is not known, and they themselves will be on the person who is evaluating that particular research, on their point of view they will be evaluating the research, and two teams are involved for review. Each team will be evaluating separately, and each team has a clinician and as well as a research person or an academician in the group. So two members will be there, a clinician, a research person or an academician will be there. Okay, so like the two teams will be there, and these two teams will be giving a report, and that final report will be collaborated and a report draft will be kept ready. Next, reason for manuscript rejection. Suppose if your research article is not meeting the following requirements, so your manuscript will be rejected. So you should again refine it and again you have to send it. So the manuscript, what are all the reasons? If the abstract is poorly written, if the content is not clear, comprehensive means not clear, not understandable, then inaccuracies in the content, not appropriate for the particular journal. Suppose if the journal is related to MCH, okay, maternal and child health, but you are giving something related to any social issues, any harassments, any public issues like that and all, which is not going to have a direct or indirect implication on maternal and child health, they will not publish it in that particular journal. Then journal has recently published a similar article. For example, recently in a journal they have published about women empowerment, and again you are also sending a topic related to women empowerment. So recently only they have published, so they will not publish the recently published articles, because it is just like a replication of the recent study what has been published in that particular journal. So that also can lead to rejection of the manuscript. Then poorly developed ideas, paper style, methodology issues, content is not important or clinically it is not applicable, statistical problem, data interpretation problems, etc. or maybe the reason for manuscript rejection of an journal article. Next, preparing for thesis and dissertation. What is thesis and dissertation? So this thesis and dissertation or educational work what you are doing in order to fulfill your scholarly work. So you will be writing in partial requirement of the fulfillment of BSc nursing degree course, or in partial fulfillment of the requirement of MSc nursing degree course, like that and all you are writing, no? So that is what it is a requirement, it is an educational requirement. Then thesis are concerned with testing existing theories you are testing by means of thesis, whereas dissertation you are refining or modifying the existing theories and you are generating the new theories. So this is the difference between thesis and dissertation. Then characteristics of communicating research report. It should be concise, it should have clarity, it should be honest, it should have completeness, it should have accuracy. So conciseness, clarity, honesty, completeness and accuracy should be there. Concise, so you should write it very clearly. Don't write too much within limitations, within limited words you have to write it very concisely. Then clarity, it should be understandable, it should be clear, it should be comprehensive. Honesty, whatever the findings you have got it, you should write it honestly. And completeness is very important. So if you are learning that abstract itself, they should have a clear idea what the researcher has done in the full study. Then accuracy, accurate findings you have to write it, okay? You should not write any false interpretation or inferences. Next, finally after the report you have to cite the references. It can be numeric citation, okay? Some of the reference styles you can follow for writing a bibliography is Vancouver, Campbell or APA, that is American Psychiatric Association. So after completing the abstract, references is very, very important, and you have to give citations for the references in the journal article by numbering it, okay? That is called as numeric citation system. To conclude, nurses need to conduct high quality research and to communicate or disseminate the findings in order to have a sound knowledge for evidence-based practice. Hope this video is clear for you all. So I request all the nurses to do quality oriented research in order to add on to body of knowledge and also to have a sound evidence-based practice. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel. As I have told already, as a continuation of this unit in communication and utilization of research findings, my video with regard to utilization of research findings already I have posted. I have given the link in description box. If you have not watched it, please go and watch it. Keep supporting to Science Easy Tech channel. Thank you, friends.